Today we're going to open up this collector booster box of Baldur's Gate right here. It's a little bit random of a product to be opening right now because it's not particularly new or anything, but the story with this is I was walking around LA and found a random store. It was a sports card store actually, so I went inside, saw they had some Magic cards, and they had this available for 150 US dollars, which seemed like a pretty good price to me, so I figured, why not? There are some pretty good cards in here actually. So maybe we'll find some pretty cool stuff. Just before we open it though, I'll mention that if you'd like to purchase any Magic cards, you can get those by going to face2facegames.com. They're the largest Magic store in Canada, and they're also a sponsor of the video. And if you use code 8thPlayStave at the checkout, you can save 5% on your order. We're using this Selfless Spirit playmat that I got from one of the Face-to-Face Games events. You can see the qualifier thing here. A lot of people ask about this playmat, that's why I figured I'd mention it. It's the promo art for Selfless Spirit, and it is pretty cool. So we'll open this up. I did open a collector box of this before, actually, when the set first came out. It was kind of an error box, actually, I think, because in literally every pack, there was one of the mythic face commanders from the commander deck. So I had, I believe, 19 mythics in the one box, if you're counting all of those. It was kind of cool, but at the same time, with my commander card that was in the packs, since every one of them was one of the face commanders, that meant it was not possible for me to get something like Black Market Connections, which would be a way better hit than those. So it was cool, but sucked at the same time. It'll be interesting to see if maybe this is more of a normal box this time. So there are a lot of good cards in this set. Like, the set is crapped on, kind of. I think kind of the reason for that is there are lots of good cards, but also it's kind of a massive set, so it's quite possible to open up a box and just not see any of the good cards, so the variance in the set is kind of all over the place. That's a really good uncommon, actually. That's a good start right there. I'll start us off with a cool stuff pile. Alright. Yeah, we'll put all this stuff here. Cool stuff. What's this? Nemesis Phoenix. This thing. Commander Liara Porter. Wizards of Thay. This thing. So we do have a mythic from the commander decks. It'd be weird if that strange thing with the mythics happened again. There's another card there. So rares. Put these right here for rares. We have Zevlor. I feel like I have a million of this card. Rares, John Irenicus, and Bramble Sovereign, the borderless foil one. That's pretty cool. That is a very good card. It's also a mythic, so we'll put it here with the mythics. Here's a rare, here's a token. It's a pretty good pack. I like that there are some good commons and uncommons in this set. Like, you have Deadly Dispute, 3 visits. Some other stuff that I can't remember right now. We have this thing, Irenicus' Vile Duplication. Cloudkill, none in there. Mahadi, this is the thing with the weird hands. Apparently that's just how these characters are, is they have a backwards hand or something like that. It's not a drawing mistake. Master Chef. Nine Fingers, Seasoned Dungeoneer. That card spiked so hard. Because it was hyped for, I think, Legacy or something like that. Not really sure how it's doing right now, but let's put it in the cool stuff pile. Eldritch Pact, Raised by Giants, that's a cool card. Glunch. Wrathful Red Dragon, I think that's pretty decent as well, we'll put it here. A rabbit. So the big hit in this set is the Ancient Copper Dragon, I believe. And the silver one's pretty good too. Yes, you have the diamonds in here. Alright, there's our commons and uncommons. Don't know if I've ever seen this card before. Here's a Pact Weapon. Here's a mythic. Not a particularly good one. There's a Spectacular Showdown, so we have some regular commander cards. Hopefully we'll get the, what's it called? The one that I mentioned earlier. The black one that's like Phyrexian Arena that I can't remember for some reason, even though I just said it. Obelay Saga. Vexing Puzzle Box, another mythic there. A Duke Alder Raven Guard. What is that card? Black Market Connections, that's what it is. Wild Magic Surge, that's another good uncommon. I was gonna film this video earlier today, but I had to delay it and wait till later tonight because outside, so there's this tree outside my apartment, and apparently there are wild parrots in Burbank, and they were making so much noise. Here's a good common decanter. So like in the background they're just what I mean screaming parrots the whole time. So it seems as though they've gone to sleep right now. So I'm able to film this. Descent into Avernus Clan Crafter. It's another mythic from the commander decks. Blade of Selves. That's a good reprint this year. Blunch. Another Descent, okay. Doing pretty well on the number of mythics, but no particularly huge ones right now. I guess the best one is that Bramble Sovereign. I think this is kind of a cool card, Skullport Merchant. Journey to the Lost City. Don't know if I've ever seen that card before either. So yeah, I was saying this is a big set. Like I've opened a decent amount of this, and there are still cards that I don't think I've ever seen them before. White Plume Adventure, that one spiked up hard before too. Same reason, because it has the initiative mechanic. So 9 Fingers, Ragged Draga, and an Earthquake Dragon. That's cool. Look at that, 15 mana. What does that do? Costs X less, where X is the total mana value of dragons you control, flying trample. 3, sacrifice a land, return this from your graveyard to your hand. Could be good. It's a cool looking board. Your temple is under attack. Haven't seen any of the lands actually, I just remember those are in this set. Is that one of them? Yes, Sea of Clouds, okay, so right on time. That'll go in the cool stuff. Death Kiss. I'm a pretty big fan of Beholders. I think that's a Beholder, isn't it? Anyway, I like those. I think it's a cool design. Here's a Baldur's Gate. Dynahair, aka Rihanna. Chihira, and Fraying Line. Chihira is a pretty good card. Tokens you control can tap for green. It's even good with like treasures and things like that, because you can just tap them for mana rather than having to sacrifice them. Moss Diamond there. The Ball Lord of Murder. Grell Philosopher. Interesting. Kindred Discovery, that's a good reprint. Put that here. Gorion Mirim. It's the cool Mirim, the foil with the showcase art. Scanos Dragonheart. Another Baldur's Gate right there. Our cards are falling over. Nice. Okay, there's a good one. The extended art Black Market Connections is a pretty sweet hit. Baldur. That one's okay too. It's a decent mythic. Duke-Alder Raven Guard. Nira and Spire Garden. That was a good pack. Move my mythics over here like this so I can put the cool stuff more on frame. How about that? What else have we got here? Cloak of the Bat. Ascent from Avernus can go with our Descent into Avernus, or whatever it's called. Mocking Doppelganger. There's another Wrathful Red Dragon. Gale. Tasha. Not really worth a whole lot, but it's a cool card. We'll put that over here with our mythics. The Zevlor with a big print line running through it. See if I can get it on camera there. Horizontally right here. We have a goat. It'd be cool if I could find a Nature's Lore. Always use more of those. Not in that pack. Another Gale. Durnan of the Yawning Portal. Another random mythic from the commander decks. Another Descent, so I got almost a place out of that now. The Council of Four. Gale, is this something cool? That is pretty cool, actually. Foil Extended Kindred Discovery. It's a pretty good hit. How many packs left? 2 packs. None of the Ancient Dragons so far. Not even going to try to pronounce that. Bothersome Quasit. Alright. Another Earthquake Dragon. Here we go. Ancient Brass Dragon. Nice. The black one. And another Baldur. Alright. Foil extended one there. I think the skeleton is pretty cool. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mythics. 1, 2... I think 3 of them are from the commander decks, if I'm right. I'll just point that out because to me those aren't really like true mythics, because if you really want one you can just go out and buy the commander deck and get it in that. So this is our last pack. So no Nature's Lore, but that's okay. Marble Diamond. Tomb of Horrors Adventurer. We'll try and slow roll these. This is a rare. Astral Dragon. Another rare. What is this? Fraying Lion. 3/3. John Irenicus. I feel like I have a million of this card as well. 4/4. Dynahair. And what's our last one? A Mythic 6/5. Okay. Yeah, how about the most expensive card in the set in foil? That was a good card to end the last pack on. Alright. So we'll put that right there. It's like usual though, I'm gonna take a closer look at these, add up some values, and lay it all out and come back to you to look at the cool stuff. Alright, I'm back and you can see the cool stuff laid out here. So I scanned up all this, and on TCG Player going by mid-pricing, it's sitting at about $193 US right now, so seems pretty good to me. We got 11 mythics this time. Fortunately, not just a whole bunch of commander deck ones. We got some actual mythics from the set, some good ones. This foil showcase art Ancient Copper Dragon we got from the very last pack is doing a lot of heavy lifting here. But yeah, it was pretty sweet to see that thing. Got the Brass Dragon too. A couple of Balors, Bramble Sovereign, Tasha. Some other stuff right here, a few other mythics. Some pretty good rares too though. The Extended Art Black Market Connections is awesome. 2 Kindred Discoveries, both borderless, 1 foil borderless. A couple of just 2 from the Land Cycle, the Spire Garden and Sea of Clouds, and the Astral Dragon. Some other pretty good stuff too. Not a whole lot of the good commons and uncommons, like there's Decanter here, which is alright. Wild Magic Surge and Irenicus's Vile Duplication are quite nice. And then, some other decent stuff as well. Got a couple of the initiative cards, some of this stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. So this was kind of just like a random impulse buy here. I just felt like opening up some Magic cards, and I figured this set, was a pretty decent price, and there are good cards in here, and fortunately it turned out pretty well. Anyway, though, if you're still watching, thanks for watching. It'd be cool if you can like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. I'd encourage everyone to come join my Discord server. You can find a link to that in the video description below. And once again, if you'd like to purchase any Magic cards, you can get those by going to face-to-facegames.com. And if you use code 8th Place Dave, you'll save 5% on your order. And also, I'd just like to take a moment to thank all the patrons who support me on Patreon. Otherwise, though, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.